and also our favorite analyst, Ryan. Guys, say what's up to the chat.
Say hi to everybody.
What's up,
What is going on, everyone? How's everyone's night going?
It's going all right. It's going all right. Good to talk to you guys, man. Long time no see, but are you guys feeling confident about this right now?
It's all business. It's all business.
Hey, look, I've watched 432 hours of footage. I'm ready. I'm ready.
We'll see about that.
All right, so you guys see everybody's excited, but let's get into the fun stuff. This is the Magic Bowl. Everybody's fate
Make sure you mix that bowl for
is
real.
in my hand. Okay, I'm shaking it. So, the first name that happens to be Colin, trust me.
And this is a snake draft, so first and fourth are that important.
Oh, PR gets the first pick. There you have it.
Ooh.
Jacob, you're #1. So keep that in mind. Let's go ahead.
Please
Shake it
let me
again.
be last.
Let it be Colin. Let it be Colin.
Blaze is going to jinx himself into being the second or third pick.
I am.
By the way.
I might be that name in your hand.
The next.
I hate you.
Blaze. Second pick. There you go. How do you feel about that so
I
far?
don't feel good at all. I'm about to ask PR, you want to trade? I know he's not going to trade, though.
We'll let
Hey, I
you
told
cash-
you, I'm
That's a hard one. That's a hard one.
picks.
Hey, PR, Blaze will let you cash your favorite game in Boston if you give him the first pick.
Oh,
So-
crap. Let me think on that one. Let me think on that. Let me think on that real quick.
The next
My
one.
second round's up for grabs.
Look, Ryan's excited. You hear him talking.
Yeah, so
Ryan,
Ryan is gonna be
you are
perfect.
#3, so there you go. And
Okay.
last, just to show you guys, it's going to be my man, the main man, my favorite caster, Colin, the country boy. There you have it. So that's going to be our order. It's going to be PR, Blaze, Ryan, and Colin. Remember, this is a snake draft, so even though Colin is #4, he's going to have 2 of those picks back to back. A beautiful thing.
My order just changed so much. I'm
PR,
I'm
I
thinking
will
about
trade
it
you
in my
right
head right
PR.
now.
I will trade you 1 for 4.
You would trade me? Oh, you talking
I
about
will
PR?
trade PR.
You want to trade me
No,
1 for
no
4?
trade. No trade.
If we
I
can
will
trade,
trade-
I will trade him 1 for 4.
I will trade him 1 for 4.
100%.
I will
trade
No
trade
him 1
trades.
for 4.
Guys,
I'll
listen.
take.
I'll make the rules, Colin, and I'm going to say it now. No trades, all right?
No. Whoa.
I'm
Didn't they
trading my
trade
second
last
round
year?
pick for a future
Didn't they
first
trade
and a
last year?
2018 third.
I just
Okay.
wanna-
All right.
if they traded last year, I want the opportunity to trade once with PR for first pick.
Those are players, not casters. So
Right.
I'm going to say no trades.
No trades, all right?
Okay.
It's done. I'm the
Yeah.
boss around here. So, PR, you're the #1 draft. Excuse me. You're making the #1 draft pick right now. Who do you pick and tell me why?
This is really hard because with the snake draft and the format, it's a little tricky. But I said it from the beginning. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with Gilbert.
All right, explosive. So, why do you pick explosive? What about him really stands out to you as your first pick?
I mean, if anybody's been watching, this guy's just phenomenal. He can literally do any position on the map. And just realistically, if you don't pick Gilbert, the chances of winning.
And it only helps that Gilbert Explosive has won every event in Gears of War 4 except 2 of them, and he loses 1 event a year. So PR, his first pick is on the board. So that is that. You have the IGL. You're in good place right now, and the #2 pick is gonna go to your boy Guy Blaze. Who do you want, man?
Oh, man, you know what? I was not trying to grab a main slayer off the rip right away. I wanted to go for the fan vote. I wanted to go, maybe a player on Rise Nation. I know that Vic is there, and I was thinking about him, but I'm going to make a last-minute decision and go for...
Oh boy,
I'm going for Summons.
Summons.
I'm going for Summons.
You love to see it, Summons.
Yeah, I'm going to pick him right off the bat. I wasn't at first I was thinking about it, but it's 100%.
So why Summons over the likes of Power?
You know what? I need Summons because, that's the 1v1 master. No matter what team I'm going to put on the map, I know I got Summons on home hills to have my back.
All right, so Blaze starting things off with the 1v1 maestro himself, Summons, the guy that you see going 300-0 on game battles singles. He is the 1v1 king in Gears of War, and his championship record proves it. So, going into pick #3, it's going to be up to my main man, the analyst. So, as an analyst, Ryan, I want some good insight on this pick. Who are you going to get? Are you going to pick your best friend franchise?
Franchise is a great friend of mine, but again, this is a competition and strategy is involved. That being said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a pick that comes from a few different angles, right? Keep in mind, these are a lot of kind of pickup type, teams. There's going to be some different rules in play. Obviously, you have to have a certain player from a certain set of categories. So I'm actually going to take my #1 pick as Identives.
Ooh, the king of Mexico.
I'm cool with that.
I like it.
I like it too.
So, Ryan, you pick Identives. That's your #1 pick. What about his gameplay really stands out to you? What makes him a standout #1 pick, player, captain, whatever?
Idena is obviously one of the most skilled players we've seen in Gears of War. He's a champion. He can play. He does it all, right? He can be a main slayer. He does speak Spanish, obviously, as his native language. He's played on North American teams. 2 of our players in the Pick'ems do speak Spanish. Got to keep that in mind as well. But he's played on both North American teams and Latin American teams. I agree. I'm just trying to get the chemistry, the languages. You know what I'm saying? A little this, a little that. So, Danny, tequila, baby, let's get it.
All right. So I'm gonna point this out. Ryan definitely gets a +1 in my book so far. And Ryan is thinking 2 steps ahead. You have to pick up international players. And he picked up a guy that speaks both English and Spanish. That's a big... So,
I was thinking that, you know, I had the same thought process with Summons, right? Because I had a later game strategy for it. I needed some person I needed someone who was bilingual.
Yeah, so Colin, that leaves you. It's a 4th pick so far. You're going to have 2 picks back-to-back. So, listen, you're a man of words, a man of great analogies. Go ahead and lay it on tough for us.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I've had a lot of time to think about this. I've watched 3 actual amazing players come off the board already, guys that I would have picked first overall, easy, no choice but to do it now that I think about it, because I'm going to pick somebody that I don't think anybody sees coming. I'm going to take somebody first overall that has something to prove, that has got fire in his heart, fire in his eyes. He wants to prove to each and every person that he's still one of the best in the game. Kenny Bounce will be my first overall pick, ladies and gentlemen.
Funky bunch. I gotta respect that one.
All right, Kenny Bounce, the versatile leader, a champion once upon a time in Gears of War. That's going to be your #1 pick, Colin, and I like that. So stringing that up.
See you in Gears 5, Colin.
So, Colin, that was a nice breakdown about why you chose Kenny. You chose a leader, your first pick, somebody with a chip on their shoulder. So, who do you want to compliment him with your 2nd pick? Reminder for all of the viewers out there, this is a snake draft, so because Colin picked last, he will pick first once again.
And I'm not going to back down, ladies and gentlemen. There is no way that I am going to back away from these 3 greats sitting across from me. I know Blaze has got a plan. I know PR's got a plan. I know Ryan has been thinking about this from all different angles. But when you're getting outwitted and outplanned and everybody's trying to make angles up around you, you need a god of death on your side. You need somebody that can kill every single thing in his path plus more. Ladies and gentlemen, with the 2nd pick for me in this 2019 All-Star Draft, Powers from Rise Nation.
Yeah, I thought that's where he was going to. I thought that was his route.
All right, so you picked up an all-around IGL and Kenny, and also the Shinigami, the god of death, Powers from Rise Nation. Colin so far has started things off pretty hot. So far, if I had to give grades so far, I would say that Ryan and Colin are pretty much in the lead right now. Ryan thinking 1 step ahead. He picked up his international player.
Is he?
Yeah, picked up an international player that's bilingual. Okay. And Colin picking up, you know, one of the up-and-coming rising stars and Powers. That is actually a great pickup. But this is going to go back to Ryan. Ryan, you picked up Identivs, you know, the guy who won the championship with Ghost Gaming, went back home to Mexico, and he's doing his thing with Ghost Gaming right now. Who are you going to pair up with that superstar?
We talk about championships. I'm going to take that same route. I did not expect this player to be on the board for this long, but here he has fallen into my lap once again. Billy Goat, come on down. My St. Louis brother. Let's get it popping.
I'm popping for a different reason. You guys will find out soon.
Yo,
you guys will find out soon.
So for those of you in the chat, a lot of people don't know these guys by their real names, but Billy is mental from OpTic, the guy that just dropped 35 somewhat kills against Rise Nation. So Identivs and mental, that is scary. That is scary. I mean, we all know mental's the greatest, the most clutch. He's a powerhouse when it comes to slaying. And team Ryan Foolz it's looking scary right now. It is looking scary. But coming up next, Blaze, you talked about all this strategy when you were in the car about who you would pick.
Yes, I did.
Have you had a good long thought about this next one?
Man, you know what? I have. And you know what? It is in my head. And I'm thinking about how this pick comes back around to me. But I think it's all going to work out. If first pick was PR.
With pride, yeah. We about to go out here
I hear
and
you
show
loud
them how it's done.
I hear you loud and clear, Colin. Yeah, most definitely. And so that means that your 5th pick is going to be Choche as well, right? You need your fan vote player. So
I've already got my fan vote player.
Kenny's the fan vote player.
Kenny's the fan vote.
Ryan got Choche.
Ryan got Choche, right? Oh, okay, never mind.
Hey, Blaze. plays. You want to smile at me some more with that smirk?
I am smiling. Just because your stream is 7 seconds late, it's all good. Okay, I know who your last pick is gonna be. You got a great team, Colin. Okay.
Colin's sitting here now with 2 powerhouses.
The last pick of the drive is gonna be an OpTic Gaming member. That's all we're saying.
So Colin rounded up his 4th pick. He has 2 powerhouse slayers, 2 great support players in Kenny and Des Knight now.
Yeah.
So now we're gonna go to Ryan, my man. Who do you have?
Like I said, boys, I'm going for more slaying power. I'm going for players who have played in these scenarios quite a bit. I don't even follow him on Twitter. I'm going to change that after this, but my 4th pick is Avexis from Rise Nation.
How do we not? How did Choche not pick? What do you mean? Do you have?
Because he's automatically.
He's automatic on his team, so he doesn't even pick him.
I get both kings. I get both kings of Latin America, baby.
There you go.
There you go. You got it.
That sounds like an internal problem waiting to happen.
Yeah. So me personally, I've questioned why Avexis fell so low. You're looking at probably one of the best power weapon players in the game, but now you're teaming him up with franchise mentor and Identivs. You have 4 players who are gods when it comes to the sniper rifles, boom shots, and whatnot. Is there too many cooks in the kitchen, or do you feel like this is the right mix, Ryan?
There is one cook in the kitchen. Franchise is the natural-born leader, right? And you have players around him who have played under leaders in the past. This is going to be a well-oiled machine. Keep in mind, my 5th player already is the king of Latin America, or the 2nd king of Latin America. I got 2 kings of Latin America, so I'm feeling good.
Hey, what's that old saying for football? You got 2 quarterbacks, you got none. Boy, you got 2 kings, look like you got none.
I'll tell you, he's going to have the fan base. I'll tell you, as the fan base, I got both kings of LATAM. I got Billy. The fans going to love it, baby.
I got the fan base. Yo, we'll see who gets the fan base.
I got merchandise already printing.
I got fan vote. Ian Summers, what's up?
So Ryan, it's Team Wager out here, right?
It's team brains, it's team brawn, it's team we speak Spanish, it's team everything.
Hey, right. In the words of my man Ryan, big mood. All right, so coming up next, Blaze. You had some time to think. You know these players. Who do you need to put your team on that next level?
So I just want to look at the screen for just a little bit, because I can't really go for the international. I got my fan vote. I got my OpTic Gaming player.
He's stumped.
Yeah, well, you know what? It is a few players. I got to ask myself, what works very well with this team? Do I need to go out there and get me another main slayer? You know, I got Shock and Pale both on the board that I was thinking about. You know, I got Solar's. Well, I can't get the OpTic Gaming player, but I still haven't went to Reciprocity just yet.
Yes.
So, but what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna end up picking this guy, and I said earlier that Rise Nation had another player that I felt like was very influential towards him, and this man is somebody of very few words, but he's not going to be able to speak. He's not going to have to speak on this team combination. He just needs to go out there and shoot, does what he do best, and I bet you won't beat him in the drinking competition. We got to go with Big Jerp. Okay,
Jerpy.
Jerp gonna be sitting at that back line. Y'all can rush as if you want. Rush as if you want. Secondaries all day. Jerpy, come on home, man. I got you. You got my back.
So you're grabbing a player who is known for being the best support player in the game. Top 2, hands down. The only person who had to say was explosive.
Yeah.
Now he's changed his game, elevated his play style to where he's a double-edged.
I will say this, that you know, it was another player who I wanted that was not in the draft at this point, and that was Crash. Okay, but Crash's birthday is during the draft, but Crash was in my lineup to get swooped. All right, so I just wanted to say that.
All right, so I want to ask those of you in the call right now, what grade do you guys give Blaze's team right now?
Well, as my boss, he's doing amazing. I'm
gonna say it's an L, dog.
Hey, don't worry, it's cool. I'll take you on that challenge. We gonna see if don't worry about this, Ryan.
All right.
You know, we'll see.
So PR was smart. He didn't say anything, because coming up next, PR, you have a tall task. This is it for you. You have your last remaining picks right here, right now. Who's number 1?
Okay, first of all, I'm just going to say I picked 3 amazing players, right? I got 1 amazing player coming up, but I still saved the best for last. That's how confident I was in this draft. I saved my best player for last. Well, second. I love Danny. He shot up and Danny. But, you know, my second favorite player for last, all right? But as my 4th pick, I'm picking somebody who I actually think this guy has... His skill is endless, but his mentality towards the game may not be that good. So if you're going to be on my team, you need to fix that. But I'm going to pick you anyway because I give you the benefit of the doubt.
Called him out.
We're going to go with Shock.
Yeah, he went with him.
There you go, Shock. So,
thank God.
Shock, we've seen him up and down throughout the entirety of Season 2. Big up to his skill coming in from Season 1. He's a whole new player, but Why Shock?
Why Shock?
Yes.
Shock. Okay, look at all these people on this team, right? Speedy. Everyone knows Speedy communicates. Rushy's is a little bit quiet. Gilbert's the IGL. He's gonna communicate. Shock was on OpTic. Shock played next to Speedy. A lot of people don't know that for a short amount of time. That team was going to be phenomenal. These guys all have chemistry and Raiders. Like, come on, and he can be the Lancer to Rushy's, while Rushy's being the shotgun to Dylan, while Dylan's being the shotgun to Explosives Retro Lancer.
That was my question. Were you gonna have Shock be more of a Slayer or a support player? Because you know he's a two-way player now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's versatile. He can be what the team needs. But like I said, I saved my best pick for last.
Oh,
and this team would not be complete without another Puerto Rican on the squad to represent me, you know, on the playing field. We need a Puerto Rican out there. We need a ghost gamer out there. We need Chaos to come on down to this squad so we can win some money.
All right, so that's going to be it. Team PR. Let's go ahead and take a look at the picks that he has made so far. His roster has been finished so far. Picking up Chaos as his last pick. You have Explosive, the IGL, Speedy and Rushies, the Bash Brothers, the duo, second to none. Shock as the fourth pick, and Chaos, the man from Puerto Rico, the man himself. We've seen him do it big in Dallas and throughout the entirety of Season 2. Blaze, how do you feel about Team PR? Do you feel like it's a threat to your team right now?
I feel like Team PR is good. I'm actually, you know, I wanted Shock. Shock was one of those players that I feel like I can kind of get towards the late game.
Okay.
You know, right now I asked myself, should I kind of went back and forth between, you know, getting him versus Jerpy on that end.
Yeah.
I think PR's, you know, PR's team, it looks good, right? I get what they're saying. Hey, you want to do the wager lobby? I got it. I understand. You know, it's good. It's a good team.
Yeah, so Blaze, you have some time to think yourself. You watch PR go shortly after you pick. This is your last pick.
It is my last pick.
Do you know who you want to pick? Are you confident with this pick, Blaze?
I'm confident with everything that I do.
Okay.
So I do have a guy in mind. Just gonna scroll through the list one more time to make sure that this is gonna be the right fit for my roster. But I'm gonna be honest with you. To me, I really got 2-3 players that I can choose from, and they're all gonna be on your left-hand side of the screen. But I'm gonna have to say that with this pick, I'm just gonna go with it. I'm gonna go night-night. Yo, Sleepy, come on down, baby.
Sleepy time.
I take Sleepy. I take Sleepy.
Yachty.
A lot of people might not like my team, but I like Yachty, okay? And I think Yachty's going to fit in this here. See, a lot of players on my team, they're not a lot of front three spine players. They're not a lot towards the front half of it all. I got players who can play multiple different roles, though, okay? I got some leaders on the squad. I got some players who may want to be front spine but never had a chance to get there, right? But we got a lot of firepower on this squad. And you know what? I'm good for this one. I'm happy with this roster.
I'm going to be completely honest. I cannot wait to hear the comms in your team's games.
I just know Jerpy's just going to be focused.
Jerpy's going to be so
Jerpy ain't even going to be listening. He's just going to be beaming people.
All right, so Blaze, Team Blaze is right there. Summons, Sleeper, Crack, Jerpy, and his latest pick, Sleepy. I personally feel like that was an amazing last pick, only for the fact that Sleepy, he isn't the flashiest player at most times, but he does all of the dirty work for his teams, and he does it well.
I feel like I picked the team. I feel like I picked the team that got something to prove.
V team.
Dude, I'm with it. Team Blaze, baby, all day.
All right, so coming up next, Ryan, are you at all worried about Team PR and Team Blaze?
Man, I'm not worried about nobody in this competition. My guys are ready. They're jacked, they're tan, and they're ready to go.
So, Ryan, in order to free burger, who's your last pick?
Man, first and foremost, can we all free burger first? Free burger in the chat. But as my 5th pick in the 2019 Gears Esports draft, I am taking the king, El Rey Choche, the man you all know and love. Previously placed top 4 just recently, so don't count my boy Choche out. He has been one of the best players in Latin America for years and years and years, and he's going to round out my squad. Another Spanish speaker to the mix, I should say. A player who has played with Identims for quite some time. Don't count out the chemistry there.
Okay.
And again, like I said, guys, t-shirts on sale after this. 2 kings of Latin America.
There you have it. So rounding out Team Ryan Foolz, you're going to have Identims from Ghost Gaming. Of course, everybody knows who Mental is. Franchise from Denao. Rise Nations Avexi, and Choche, the fan favorite from Fire and Ice, one of the first stars in Latin America for Gears of War. That's going to be Team Ryan Foolz, and I really love that pick, Ryan. Choche going into Ohio. You spoke highly of him. We've been watching his growth throughout the years, and the fact that he came out big and led his team to a top 4 victory, that's big. So you picked up a player that can do it all. He snipes, he slays, he supports. The man he's amazing. So that is it for you, Ryan. And Colin.
This is the roster that I'm thinking about.
Colin, I want you to think long and hard about it. Can we get the character select screen?
It's not even a long and hard
Colin,
process.
you have all of these players here.
There's only one player.
Hard about this,
I already know who he's going to choose.
There is no thought process behind this besides the fact that we are about to go to war.
Oh.
And when you go to war, you want soldiers. And I've got guys like Kenny Bounce, the general, being able to lead whatever troops come behind him. I've got Powers from New York, a man that was brought up in the streets, baby. He's ready to fight each and every person out there. But you want the king of New York.
Oh.
You want the soldier himself.
Oh.
You want praised on your squad when you go for a chip, baby. Praise is about to let them have it. My final pick.
That's why first and fourth picks were so strong.
Yeah, so me personally, I was surprised that Praise fell this low, but Team Colin is now complete. Look at this lineup of heavy hitters.
It was strategy because you only could pick one player from every team. So once we got our OpTic gaming players out the way, Praise was just sitting there at the end, so he was able to get the other picks to kind of fill it in towards it, you know?
You still?
But Colin, it worked out, you know. He worked it well with the fourth pick. You got the best fan vote player in my opinion there. And then after you got that out of the way, you had plenty of great international players. You had a powerhouse to grab as well. That was a good draft in Colin. I give it to you.
So the Gears UE MVP Praise will now be on Team Colin. So we see this team, we see these faces. You got the what do you call him? The God of Death and Powers.
Mm-hmm.
He's the Shinigami-san, baby. Don't even test it.
The Shinigami, the God of Death and Powers. He picked up Praise, another New Yorker. So let's compare that team to Team Ryan Foolz. So we can go ahead and take a look at who Ryan chose. Blaze, if they went head-to-head right now, who's coming out on top?
Oh, on this one right here,
yes.
I gotta go for Team Ryan.
Team Ryan. Why Team Ryan? I'm gonna have to. Me personally, I'm supposed to be the mediator. Team Colin looks.
No, my fault. Sorry, I apologize. I'm gonna say Team Colin. I didn't mean to say Ryan. You're right. I'm sorry. My fault, Ryan. I didn't mean to give you too much gas. But no, definitely Team Colin. I was saying it beforehand. I got confused.
So Blaze, no, Colin, this is your time to shine. Your team compared to Ryan's team. Why is your team that much better?
Because my team, without a doubt, are 5 guys that have never lost their hunger. They're 5 guys that don't get lax. They're 5 guys that don't want anything but to win and win again. I picked 5 guys back to back to back to back. You let them come straight into my hands. You all played right into the master plan. This is team, and this is what I'm going to call them the rest of the season. I'm going to blow them up on Twitter. This is Team Plus Ultra, because when you think you got enough, they got just a little bit more in the tank than you do. All day long. Can't wait to see these boys show out. And against Ryan, I hope he's ready to have his Nashes out. I hope he's ready to bang out. He wants it to be a 10s lobby. It's going to be a 10s lobby, and he's going to be sitting in the graveyard for most of it.
Y'all can play on 10s lobbies.
Exactly.
Simply power for pound, just not that ain't it. Ain't it, Chief?
Okay, so we're doing a little rivalry right now.
I'm looking play for play. I'm looking at players. Yeah, just you know, you can try. It'll be a great attempt. We'll all watch, of course. Like I said, it'll free burger. We'll all be there supporting it. But
hey, so they have a little bit of trash talk, but somebody's been kind of quiet. I say we go ahead and take a look at PR's team. Team PR, explosive, speedy, rushies, shock, and chaos. PR. But this lineup right here, this is number 1, right?
This is definitely, like, if you were to do a preseason power rankings, right?
Okay.
It'd be foolish for anybody in the chat, anybody in the stage, not to say I have the number 1 preseason rank.
Okay. Now, PR, we see your team. We know what they're capable of. Let's take a look at Blaze's team. All right. How do you think your team is going to match up against Team Blaze?
I have Chaos from Ghost Gaming that will muscle down Sleeper from Ghost. You know what I'm saying? Rushy's gonna run circles around Sleepy at the same time. My fan vote, he's not even gonna look at his fan vote. We're just gonna win. Shock versus Jerpy. I mean, who lasted on
Who's
United
smarter?
Longer? Who lasted on United longer? Like, come on. And then Explosive
Is he United around?
Yeah. I mean, that's true.
Blaze, anything you got to say, man? Defend your team.
Nah, you already know, okay? Yo, my first 3 picks was already what I needed, okay? I got Summons, I got Sleeper, I got Crack, I got Jerpy, and Sleeper.
Okay.
Okay, with the crosses, I'm there. I got Summons and I got Crack getting it done. I'm with it. You're not beating me on Lift. You're not beating me on Harbor.
Forge,
You're not beating me on Forge. All right, so y'all can try whatever y'all want to do.
The sticks for your team. I hope you pick up the sticks for your team because they're gonna need you, Blaze.
Well, Blaze is in the card. He actually said he wanted this exact team.
Hey, I'm ready. Hey,
what'd you call them?
We'll
Team
see
Beam?
because you know what? If Team Blaze wins, okay, I'm gonna need some apologies out of all of y'all.
Okay.
I don't even know what the chat's looking like, but I already know it's some people in the chat that like, yo, Blaze tripping. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back and watch it. I'm gonna need some apologies out of you too.
And that goes for all of y'all. We all been dissing each other's teams. It's you know, I got a lot of flack for putting my best friend in there, right? Like I want to hear apologies to both of us.
Look, hey Ryan, you're just lucky he didn't fall to me because you can imagine how much crap I'd have got.
I can imagine like
He was next.
I was like,
Oh, maybe I had to plan around picking Fran around Colin. Like imagine that.
Oh.
I didn't think Colin was gonna take Kenny from me. I'm gonna be honest with you. That was my mistake.
I thought
that was my
spoke-
mistake.
you spoke
I
too
should
soon.
have stuck with my
You
game plan.
spoke.
First pick Kenny, and I would have been okay.
Okay, so to bring it in just a little bit because we can't get carried away. Any last words you guys want to say? Let's go down the list. PR. Anything you want to say about your team or no to the viewers out there?
I mean, I've been quiet this whole time. These guys are going to show why I picked each and every single one. This was basically my draft. I got who I wanted when I wanted them. Like I said, I saved the best for last. But I mean, any words out there, just, you know, play your best. There's money on the line, and I hope I don't lose.
All right, Blaze, any last words to your competitors, to the viewers, to me?
I got the hardest working team in the game. I got people who got something to prove, who got a chip on their shoulder. Some of the best in their positions all together. And I got the definition of a team on my squad, and I think these boys are gonna work together.
Ryan, I don't even have to say anything. Do your thing.
I think I have a very well-rounded team. One thing to keep in mind, I have a fantastic mix of both old and new players. I have new age guys, I have young age guys, I have champions, I have players who are hungry, I have skill. We are ready, and no one is going to stop us.
Colin, when you get put in the pit against these 3 other teams, why is your team going to come out on top? Why do you believe in these guys?
like I said before, I wanted to go to war with soldiers. I believe in each and every one of those guys with exactly what I have. All I've got in this game, because I've got one of the best players in history sitting around me like PR. I've got the face of the show. I got Blaze looking at me. I've got a world championship coach in Ryan Foolz.
Okay.
Bearing down my back. He says, hey, what you got, Colin? You're that country bumpkin. You that guy from middle of nowhere that knows nothing about our game. I said, you know what? I got heart, baby. I got heart, and all these guys got heart.
He got
and
soldiers.
I'm gonna give these guys all my heart each and every week. I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna let them know all I want for them is nothing but the best and success. And like the late great Al Davis once said, just win, baby, win.